No. Says it's starting, but oh, here it goes. Good morning. It's gonna wait a few minutes. It's just now 9 o'clock. Okay. I think I'm gonna talk about thoughts and how you are not them. We are not any of those thoughts going on inside. Telling you something's wrong with you. Basically, that's the number one. The biggest thought is something's wrong with me, or I can do life wrong. And now this thing says action is needed. Check your internet. I'm just gonna dismiss it. Hello, whoever's here. This whatever I had last week. It's better, but it's still lingering. I had this body had something, and I was noticing thoughts of good morning, Cynthia. Sunshine. I love that we have that going back and forth. Yeah, I was noticing um, thoughts coming of how sick I was and how I was talking with a girl last night and her body, her meat suit, vehicle is sick. And thoughts of dying, thoughts of, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. Sometimes, probably the best thing to do in that situation, not that we're the doer, but you can look at a thought and just go through with it. So, what if I died? So, what if this body dropped? We don't know when that's going to happen. Any time. Another minute is not promised here. It can drop at any time. So, why not call the shots on that? Call it out. Okay? So, what if I died? I think I've said it before that when my mom's body was giving out, I could feel the release. I could feel the letting go. Because her mind would go into what needed to be done after she was gone. She didn't need to go through any of that. Say a car accident was happening and you saw it coming, and there was a thought, "Oh my God, this is it. There's a split second and then boom, done. Well, I've watched a near-death experience thing on Facebook where this guy happened. He saw it coming, and as the car hit his, hi Margie, good morning, sweetie pie. Aw, I could call you the same thing. As the guy's spirit, I don't know, whatever runs this thing, as there was no impact, it just whoop, flew right out. Oh, good morning. I take myself as, hi, Filona. Crazy, funny, take every day as my last, enjoying every moment. Have a great day. Smile, tell someone you love them. Do a kind deed. Oh, yes. That's the best. That's the best. That's my favorite thing to do. Connect with people and say hi and spread that joy that we are. But when there's sickness, like this woman I was talking to last night, she's believing she's going to die. The thought's like, what is this? What, it's always trying to figure something out. They're not going to figure out. This is just what's happening at the time, and it will get over it. Or it will be the end. So what? I think that's what COVID was all about. Everybody afraid of dying. That we're so afraid of dying. But I don't think it's about dying. I think we're afraid to live. There's so much fear that is downloaded. Our thoughts are so full of fear that we're afraid to live. And we get these thoughts of this is just the way it is, and it's always going to be that way. And we believe it. And of course, what we're thinking and believing is how it's going. How we think and believe is how it's going. If we believe someone's done something to me in the past and you hang on to that, it's not that you're hanging on, but you do have the power to let go. The you that you really are can let it go. You don't have to believe those thoughts of somebody did something to you or they're doing life wrong or whatever. Because we have a lifetime of things that seemingly were done to us or we've done something to somebody else. So it holds on. All of that is the past. It's gone. Done. There's no proof that anything happened except in a thought, in a memory that's not even real. It's just thought. It's gone. But when we hold on to it, they did this to me, the grievance, something that hurts us. It is carried, and you don't have to carry it. That's all I want to say. You don't have to carry it. Because that person did not intend to do, nobody intends to do something horrible. They are basically a victim. Nobody's a victim, but literally we're just believing what's going on in here. I was watching Big Brother this week, and there's a woman who everybody thought was such a happy, go lucky lady. Everybody loved her. She got to be head of household, which is power in the house. And she had a little, there's a guy in the house that's very nice looking, and she called him out on it, said something about called him out, like there's something wrong. She was saying how he's a pretty boy and he's going to have a showmance. And he took offense to what she said. So he was on edge there. And then when she got to be head of household, she brought him up there, and they talked, and they talked about that, and she was like, I didn't mean anything by it, whatever. So it was like they talked it all out, and he goes, well, that's a good thing, because if you'd have put me up, I'd have just come back to get you when I get to be head of household and put you up, blah, 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 And she goes, she took it, her mind took offense to that and said, are you threatening me? You're scaring me. That's the name of the game. It's just a game. But her mind took it right there, because thoughts are constantly going. But we just lock on to one, and then it goes. And it does. We have the power to see a thought as it's going. As it starts feeling like shit inside, you know it's going down. That's what Eckhart Tolle calls the pain body. It builds and builds and builds, and that pain has to blow. Well, they showed her. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong, but they showed her at night. Her mind was just working on. He threatened her. Through her mind, he threatened her. He was just saying what the game is about. It's about becoming head of household and knocking people out. That's because we all want to win. Anyway, so the next day she comes down and she blasts. She just had a meltdown, because that's what the pain body does. Blah! It's got to get it out and blame everybody else. Just looking for something to get it off its chest, off its mind, actually. And now everybody's like, what? She blew up so much, pointing fingers at everybody. I know it's a game, but I love watching human interactions and how it doesn't have to be that way. And if it is, it doesn't matter anyway. That's just how the game is playing. And this is a game too. This is a game. If you think of it as a video game, we are the one back here watching it all. We're not the character in the game. The characters just do, like I said before, bebopping through, boing, 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 depending on what it's thinking and believing at the time. She was thinking and believing everybody was out to get her. She threw everybody under the bus, basically, because they came up with an alliance, and she blew it all up because of this one little thought of one little threat as her mind thought. See how our minds can work on things that it's just a misunderstanding. Because the poor guy, not to say poor guy, it's part of the game too. He was like, what? She was calling him googly eyes or something about his eyes. I see you. Oh my God, it was crazy. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be that way. Anytime you're festering, there's a thought that's caught onto, and it's festering, and you start feeling like shit inside, notice it's only because you're thinking somebody else is doing something to you. You're a victim of them. And you can even be a victim it can believe it's a victim to a sickness, to a cold, virus, whatever it is. I keep the mind, the body's ability to heal is amazing, in spite of the negative thoughts that go on saying, I've done something wrong, they've done something wrong, this shouldn't be, that shouldn't be. Everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. Like in that house. Couldn't have been any different. It had to be. It's beautiful to watch. You can learn from it. You don't have to go along with that pain body and blast other people. You can take a deep breath and go, huh. He threatened me. Is it true? That's the number one Is it true? And her mind could say, well, yeah, he threatened me. Can you absolutely know it's true? Because our minds thinks it absolutely knows. Like during the scam thing, this mind absolutely knew I wasn't being scammed. Anything you think you absolutely know isn't true. No thought is true. No thought is true. Can you imagine? Remember when I first heard that, I was like, what? What? Can that be true? Check it out. Don't believe me? Just check it out. Capture a thought, especially if it says something about somebody else is doing life wrong. Is it true? Or are they just reacting to what's going on in their mind? Life knows what it's doing for each one of us. Because life, God, love, whatever you want to call it, is running the show. And if we say it's not doing something right, if we say it's doing it wrong, that's automatic pain in this body because it knows. The body use it as a barometer to show you. Because when it's uncomfortable, it feels heavy, sad. Somebody's like watching that woman doing it wrong is what this was saying. Look at her taking on that thought. There was a smile during it because I was like, oh my God, this is so cool to watch. Um, but as she's saying all that, blasting all those people, it's like, watching that was so clear to see what a game this all is because Big Brother is just a microcosm of the macrocosm in the world. How we all are on guard and thinking that somebody else is going to hurt us. Somebody else is blah, 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 whatever it's coming up with. There's so much fear. But we're all one. We're all the same thing. The same life force. In here is in Trump or is in Biden, whichever side you take. What if you don't take a side? What if you don't hate anybody? Hate of anybody, especially Trump or Biden. We don't know them. We only see what's on TV. And what it's skewed, what it's taken and made is so bad. It's both sides. It's ridiculous. I posted a thing this week said the left and the right wing are on the same bird. Oh, what else was it? No tree is foolish enough to fight amongst its branches. Ooh, I love that. The branches are all on the same tree. The left and the right wing are the same bird. When we look at it as separate, we lose inside. Takes away our now moment. Keeps us from enjoying life. Enjoy in myself. Nobody else is going to bring you joy. Joy is your birthright. It's what you are without the thoughts of, I've done something wrong, they've done something wrong, it should be the way it is. Arguing with life is the number one sucker of energy from a person. When you don't argue with life, there's so much more life to live. There's so much more energy in this body. to enjoy. Mm. Hmm. Seems to be it. Mhm. I'm not sure I'm going to continue doing it. Not sure. It just seems. I mean, I love connecting with you guys, but I say the same thing over and over and over. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Thanks for being here. I love you guys very much. All of you. Mm. Have a great rest of your week. Mwah.